Hello pile number one, and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Artia. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys, and allowing me to connect to your energy. So if you guys chose the affirmation card, this reading is going to be for you. If you see me staring off into the distance, I'm just channeling energy and bringing through messages. I like to disclose this so that you guys know what I'm doing. I like to try and be as transparent as possible throughout the readings, because you can only see so much around me. You know what I'm saying? So pile number one, what I initially got from this as I was connecting to the energy and drawing the initial cards, I heard that your guys' belief of your reputation is actually very different to what your true reputation that is going around about you right now actually is. So what I heard here was that you might have a belief that a lot of people are talking about your worries, your possible fears, things that you have brought up or concerns that you had seen. And this is because some of you guys have like a visionary ability. You tap into your present moment so deeply that you are able to predict the outcomes of what you come to understand or grow in awareness of. Does this make sense? Now I also feel as though with the affirmations card being here, I heard some people are saying that you're trapping yourself, or like you might have a belief that people feel as though you are limiting yourself to success in your life. And I think this is something that is a little bit hard hitting for you, because this is judgments or expectations people might have of you, identities that people are trying to attach to you that might be kind of making your new beginning in the areas of where you want to start a little bit rocky or a little bit testy or challenging. And I think that kind of rounds up what you believe your reputation is. But people are actually affirming a lot more positive things about you than what you might be, really thinking. Because with the affirmations card being here, people actually believe in what it is that you say. And the reason why they believe what you say is because you're so deeply aware of yourself and where it is that you want to go, what it is that you want to create, and what it is that you want to nurture into your creations, that you're becoming undoubtable. People are seeing what it is that you are achieving for yourself, and people are actually very proud of you and who it is that you've become or evolved yourself to be. Now, that's not something that I usually like to use as an expression in my own vocabulary. So I think in the past there are people around you who have almost claimed a lot of your own self-work that you've done or evolved yourself through in the past. I feel like you're someone who has had to go through a lot of death and transformations in areas of your life where you had placed yourself because you wanted to please people around you that meant a lot to you, only to further come to realize that you were miserable in these positions because you were doing it for others and not for the fulfillment of yourself or the service it is that you can bring through what you choose to nurture into creation around you. So you've had to find yourself restarting again. And now people feel as though you're finally in a place where you have reclaimed the truth of yourself, the truth of your authenticity, the truth of your own power. And you're starting to affirm that into creation, that into existence. And you're kind of pushing out people who kind of threaten your ability to become this version of yourself and set that into solid being in your everyday, ordinary day life. You know what I'm saying? Your day-to-day. And that's the true reputation that's going on around you. I also feel, for those of you who know that you guys are visionaries or have the ability to manifest things into existence through the power of your voice, your reputation is that you're undoubtable now because everything that you said has come to be. And this could have been in a particular group setting. You'll know who I'm talking about because it will come to mind if this message is for you right now. For others of you who are aware of your prophet abilities, your ability to be a visionary, you guys, your reputation is that you speak when it's necessary. you speak the important things that need to be heard, and you get to the nitty-gritty core of things. You're not someone who likes to become distracted by things that only pull your focus away from concentrated areas that need to be targeted. This could be in the realm of your profession, but this could also be in creating resolution in situations that you know are weird, iffy, clouded, confused. And this is because most of the time people are distracted from the truth it is that they actually need to overcome situations. And you are someone who is very good at seeing the root core, as well as what the root core and the possibilities that root core can manifest into or grow into. And this is what people are saying about you around you. This is your reputation. You call things out very well, and you also speak positivity into your surroundings, into the people around you. You speak wise advice, and you speak true counsel. You really have the ability, at least this is the reputation going on around you, is that you really have the ability to put and place yourself in other people's shoes, and also vicariously live through their experience by truly being present in what they share with you. So that grants you an ability to see the root cause of problems, issues, confusion. You would also probably find yourself being very talented in advising people on where they could focus their energy best for themselves to create the best sorts of types of change and balance and harmony when they feel lost. So that is the truth of the reputation that is really being spread about you, pile number one. You know what I'm saying? But let's take a deeper look. So what are people saying about my pile number ones, please? And what is the reputation for my pile number one surrounding this ability? Oh wow. Okay, so we have the hummingbird, and we also have the lion totem. Sorry, excuse the things in the background. We have the lion totem as well. Sorry, I got distracted. That's the energy. I came out of focus. So pile number one. What's being said about you is that you're someone who has really stepped into the power of your hope, with the humming totem being here and the lion totem being here. This is saying that you're really truly taking independent action to create the changes independently that you wish to see take place, to then recreate what you know is going to bring you true joy, true happiness, what is going to support you in the long term. You get what I'm saying? What is being said about you is that through all your struggles in the past, pile number one, through all the downfalls, all the challenges, the tests, you've actually found a lot of beauty about yourself within all these ugly things. And that is the true reputation going around about you. And you've used these ugly experiences in life to recreate a better beginning. And you've independently taken action to inspire others around you just by living through the truths it is that you have gained through your own experiences. So people see you as a very wise leader. People see you as someone who's courageous, determined, also adaptable in your approaches towards other people, goals, aims. With the lion, I also feel as though some people, I think you are the types of people to disappear, for small periods of time. And you're not someone who really openly talks about what it is that you get up to. I feel like you guys are quite the definition of allowing your results to speak for you, and that's a proverb I developed for myself very early on in my own journey that helped me protect my own energy. You know what I'm saying? So I think you are people who master in this particular skill, and you disappear at times, and this makes people kind of like curious about you, because you go away and you rest and you rejuvenate. You might be introverts, or people who become easily drained by too many chaotic energetic sources outside of you. So you would be people who try to probably avoid large crowds because your energy becomes drained quite a lot, or at least the reputation that you might have is that people don't see you very often. You come out when it's necessary, otherwise you're spending time focusing in on creating beauty in your life and independently taking action in your own life to, you know, create the results it is that you wish to build. Let's take a look at what people are saying about the future it is that you might be moving into. People see you going through a glow up, or at least they suspect you're going to go through a glow up after a time of destruction and letting go of what is no longer of positive service to you. If you guys have, there's only a few of you here. For those of you who have been working to overcome some sort of health issue, I see that becoming possible in the next 3-month period. I see you healing quite a lot and gaining a higher perspective of what has been causing this sickness within your body. There's something here about treating yourself better, because I heard I'm sorry. There's versatility, get curious, and also your power. There are better ways that you know that you could be healing yourself right now. And you might not have really taken these methods like seriously. Please do reconsider what advice you are taking to heal yourself and who it is that you're taking this advice from. If you guys do find yourself with a sickness and feeling intuitively that you're being ill advised, please follow that instinct, seek out a second opinion, look into it deeper, trust your own instincts, trust your own body. You know yourself better than anybody else. So that's just for some of you here. For others of you, this is you following your own instincts to let go of what you know is not going to work out in the long term. And you've come to a very clear, precise understanding through observation and experience. Once again, people are saying that you have a special relationship with the universe, with energy, with alchemy. You guys might be in touch with the law of attraction, and this could be something that is being said about you and amongst your peers and close circles. What's the gossip? The gossip is that you are releasing a lot of impulses, a lot of, let me rephrase. The gossip has been that you've released a lot of bad things. Things that were sabotaging you, habits, belief systems, conditions, relationships, commitments, especially commitments, I heard. This could have been commitments to behaviors in particular, and also ways of you being burdened by things. You've been learning what it means to uplift that negative energy and transform that by counteracting it with innocent play, things that you enjoy, things that you are naturally good at, things that allow you to take your focuses away from other areas of life that drag you down or put you into negative positions. We have the pillar clarifying what's that message. So what that is saying is, yeah, you're raising your vibration on purpose. You're becoming the change you wish to see in the moments where you feel most challenged. And that is what people are saying about you. That is your reputation, and that is the gossip. So pile number 1, congratulations on all the improvements you guys have been manifesting and creating for yourself. I know for sure that you guys have been putting in a lot of hard work, because this sort of amount of change and shift of perspective within the people you have around you does take severe internal work. So well done, you. But those are the messages I have for you today. With all that being said, until next time, bye. Hello, pile number 2, and welcome to your reading. Thank you so much for being here today. So we are going to take a look into the energy of divine consciousness here. If you guys chose this pile, we're going to look at your reputation. So instantly we're being met with a choice, pile number 2. This is what I think you believe your reputation is that is going around about you. Perhaps you guys have shifted a relationship recently, or have been met with like a crossroad, a choice between a career path, a way of being, a relationship, a way of approaching something. And I think the reputation that you believe that is going on and around about you is that you are someone who is very logical and within your approach to your choices right now. Some people believe that you might be being quite cautious with how it is that you are choosing to move forward. But people see you as very curious. You're holding secrets, and people know this. Pile number 2. 2 seconds. Sorry guys, I had to clean my throat chakra because it was getting a bit too much. Some people, you might believe, are seeing you and perceiving you as someone who dominantly likes to live through their heart chakra. And you might believe that your reputation is that you're very balanced between your reason for feeling and using your feeling to create positive ideas, methods, strategies. You know, I think you guys are seen as people who are very curious in your approaches to life. And I also believe that people see you as someone who has the ability to deeply relate to other people outside of you, but people see you as very, very secretive. They want to know how you know the things that you know, or why you move in the ways that you do. Perhaps you are quite professional in your approach to life in general, so you only share certain things about yourself. So with divine consciousness here, the reputation that is truly going around about you is that you are someone who is very patient and very accepting of life. You are someone who is very much in flow with how it is that life chooses to go. And some people might say that you have a I don't really care sort of attitude, because you have the ability to adapt and mold to what it is that you need to become to face and overcome your everyday life. People see you as very resourceful and very connected, very well networked, or very well cultured. You have a very wide perspective, a very open mind, and I think you are someone who likes to prioritize understanding and welcoming people in. You're very, very empathic, very, very clairsentient, and this is why you have so much relatability to other people, because you're very aware of how what you do can impact people around you, and you really do spark this awareness within other people around yourself. You help people to realize their true, duty to self, but also their truest impacts on the world around them. Sorry if you see me staring off into the distance, I'm just scrying. I'm looking into my mirror and just reflecting. Now, I think some of you guys have been working on activating your Kundalini energy, because I felt it rise within my back. You guys, if you have been struggling, it's because of your posture and your mindful breathing. Breath contains energy. You might not consciously realize the benefits and the effects of deep breathing, but it actually does help, especially with the raising of Kundalini energy. I don't know much about it, but I just heard about it from Waidua. You guys are going to be releasing a lot of energy first before you do feel the rise of this energy, if you are trying to discipline yourself in this focus. The reason why these things need to raise and be released is because you're unconsciously decluttering yourself from substructures or conditions that you might have subconsciously absorbed that has affected your ability to openly express yourself authentically. If you're looking for your purpose, you will find it in your authenticity, pile number 2. Okay, so what is the true reputation that's going around about my viewers of pile number 2 at this time of viewing? So the reputation that's going around about you is that you guys are very, very intuitive. You guys are very good at using your intuition to recreate the truth of your heart's desires and to recreate love in the people around you. You guys are very much connected to divine forces, and people are saying that about you, that you guys are magical, you guys are mystical, you're one of a kind. You're not usual in this world. You're so genuine to the core of who it is that you are, and you're very much embodiment of this truth and essence of self, or at least this is the reputation, that you are ever evolving into the truth of who it is that you really are at the core of who it is that you are. So a reputation that might be going around about you as well is that you are holy. For those of you who are a part of a religious group or movement or belief system, people are saying that you are holy, you have connection to source, the universe, to God, to the I am that is in all, to the Great Spirit, whatever it is that you call it, each to their own. Source has no one expression. It is an entity of endless forms, and how it chooses to present itself is completely unique to the individual, which is why I don't define what this energy or the allness is. I don't believe it's right, and I don't know. Sorry guys, I don't mean to personally chuck that out there, but I don't know why that was relevant. My guide told me to talk about it briefly. So I think you guys might operate very similarly, and you guys have a unique connection to the source that you know, and it's important that you stay true to this authenticity within yourself, because that is where you're finding true value in what it is that you are recreating, and why it is that you are here, what it is that you pick up, how it is that you can use your skill sets, your self-understanding, your self-awareness, your self-mastery in the best beneficial way to serve the truth of the heart. And for those of you who are in self-mastery, you will already know that your service is your loyalty to what you believe in. Now, what I mean by that, for those of you who don't understand, is what you serve, what you recreate, shows what it is that you serve, either the goodness and the growth, or the destruction and the devastation. Now, I don't believe any of you here are here to do that, because you wouldn't be here, your vibration wouldn't match, but it's a very clear possibility, and I think you guys have a developed eye for seeing this within people. Their true intentions, their true motives, their true agendas. You're very good at sensing this out within your intuition, and I think it's very important that you trust in this ability within yourself, because it's going to come positive use for the masters that are here in this reading, because I see it, whether you are consciously aware of this or not. It's very important that you follow the direction of your intuition over the next 60 to 90 days in particular, above all else, above all opinion, above all advice, especially coming from readers, people that hardly know you, opinions. Follow the synchronicities and follow what you are intuitively guided to. I know I keep saying that, but it's important, and I know it's not a part of your reputation, but it's important because it's being affirmed by the energy. So sorry guys. Okay, can we go back to the reputation here, please? Your reputation is that your spiritual abilities are extremely valuable to the groups of people that you come across. People feel very lucky to know you and to be close to you. Pile number 2. People's reputation, or the gossip about your reputation, is that you're a very positive creator. You have the power to see into the future. You have the power to see the value of what needs to be right now. And this also gives you the reputation of someone who is in your own self-mastery with the Get Wild card here, because you see the necessity of certain things that most people don't. And you put yourself in the position of creating your own way, rather than worrying about what people are saying and how people are going to see you, because you see the long-term benefits of what it is that you are doing. People see you as someone who holds a lot of power, because you can do either thing: create really, really great things, or create really, really bad things. And people who are not true to themselves, who are not grounded in their authenticity, will see you through their fear, pile number 2. It's because it's a reflection of themselves through you, of the power that they are resistant to within themselves. And so they might villainize you at times, or you might have felt this in the past, that people have villainized you for the truth of who it is that you are. But I believe that you took the right route by not allowing these things to define you, and you still answer to the true calling of your heart, is what I just heard. I also just saw Swan Lake. People, that's telling me that you guys masked who it is that you truly are. You're not, well, okay, 2 scenarios. Your reputation is that you're a master incarnated and you hide your true form. 2 is that there have been a lot of opposing forces outside of you that you have gracefully overcome throughout your life, and you are still developing into your truest beauty, into the truest unfolding of your potential, and you might still have a little way to go, but people see that you have the power to outgrow all it is that has threatened your ability to do so, is what I just heard. The way that you can start to transform any energy that people, this is what people are saying about you. The magic is in your ability to reintroduce joy, reintroduce your independent action of shifting energy by shifting your perspective, shifting your focus, shifting the concentration of yourself and of other people around you. In negative situations, people would see you as a blessing because you have an optimistic mindset. You're always looking to the higher perspective, the lesson, the way it is that you can grow through the challenge, rather than the way it is that you use the challenge to keep you still and stuck. You are not someone who is a victim in a world full of people who are comfortable with being victims, and this is why you are so rare. You're a warrior in a sense, because you're true to yourself, and you're not forceful in your authenticity. You allow whoever aligns with you truthfully to be there with you, and those who cannot align with you, you kind of naturally inspire to make positive changes in their lives, whether you know this consciously or not. I don't believe you've received a lot of the appreciation that you've deserved, so I want to acknowledge that and thank you for all the work it is that you have done. You've created a lot of beauty and left a lot of beauty behind, a lot of clarity, a lot of disillusionment, a lot of positive change, and Spirit really wants to tell you that you deserve happiness too, so please don't hold back in pursuing what it is that you know will lift you. Okay. Spirit just want to talk to you really, because I don't think you guys are really too concerned about the reputation it is that is going on about you. You already know, because you are aware of the repeating things that are said about you. So people are talking about a relationship. This could be a relationship that you share with yourself, could have evolved. The way you treat yourself and take care of yourself could have evolved, and this is gossip that is going on around about you, and a reputation that is being viewed or perceived. Some other people are saying that you're left. Please discern this as it fits. You'll know because of the reality of what you are feeling. So some people might be saying that you left a very good relationship, or someone left a good relationship with you. And if someone left a good relationship with you, the reputation is that this person was holding you back. And if you left behind a relationship that was good for you, it's because you still have room to grow, and the reason why you walked away was so that you could preserve the energy of love that is still existent without poisoning it. So if you're thinking about going back to someone, I don't think you should. Not yet. That's not to say forever, but I think you already know that you are much better now. than what you were. For those of you who had someone leave you that you loved very much, I think this was the best thing for you, because I think you already know that this person was not sustainable for the future it is that you were moving into, and the version of yourself that you are here to be. This person, you can't take everyone with you. And that's the reputation or the gossip that's going on around about you. Another thing, if you are single, the reputation is that you are going to have a lot of love offers coming towards you because you have gone through a glow up, or you are looking extremely attractive to people outside of you. You living in the truth of who it is that you are is making you magnetic or radiant to people and places and opportunities that will naturally complement you. For others of you, if you are in a healthy relationship, the reputation or the gossip that's going on around about you is compliments. Things like, if you've been posting photos of you and your partner, people are complimenting your relationship. They say that you guys look really good together. They say that this is someone who they believe you could spend a very long time with. Someone that they believe you get on with very well, someone who is very compatible with you. And if that is true, you will feel that, you will know that yourself. So yeah, love that. What is the gossip for palm number 3 before we leave? The gossip is that you are completely yourself, and very soon you are going to be manifesting things that naturally complement you, your authenticity, your individuality, your uniqueness, and you're going to start to see true fulfillment come from the things that are going to be attracted your way, because you're getting rid or have gotten rid of everything that infiltrates the ability of all the best possible things coming to you. You're evolving yourself and changing and growing and advancing. And the natural consequence to that is those things outside of you. So your advice moving forward is, if you can keep creating the truth of who it is that you are in your everyday life, do what is true to you, and you will see, because with the creativity card here, do what is true to you, and you will see that you will manifest the best possible outcomes for yourself. That is the gossip that's going on around about you, and that is also advice from Spirit. With your personal growth and you parenting yourself through what you know you need to evolve yourself into, you will create positive change that will last forever. A positive change that is unshakable for yourself, because you created it yourself. And people are just talking about how genuine you are, how pure you are to who it is that you say you are. And people really do appreciate you. So pile number 2, I love that. I love that that's the reputation you guys have. You guys are very well respected within your communities, families, work professions, people that you come across throughout your life. So thank you so much for being here today, pile number 2. With all that being said, until next time. Hello, pile number 3, and welcome to your reading. If you guys chose the Rainbow Dragon card, right? I'm a little bit nervous about this reading because it's going to be a very raw reading, at least for the beginning portion. So, if this triggers you, pile number 3, and you're not ready to listen to this message, I would say probably click off now, because it might be a little bit forthcoming and very direct. Please know that I say it with the best of intention. Okay, so what I feel here, pile number 3, is that what you believe your reputation is not what your reputation really is right now. Now, before I hit record on this reading, I heard a song. I went on to my playlist to seek out the name of the song, and it's by Moneybag Yo. Wakshare? I'm not sure, and it's not a song for everybody. This is more like hip-hop rap. So if you're inclined to listen to like rap, I would listen to this song, because I don't know. This song might be highlighting the focal point for you guys, at least of what's been mainly affecting you, because it's either a truth you're not accepting, or it's something that you're rejecting and resistant to. So that's just for some of you. For others of you, Perhaps you guys had been ignoring a yearning, and you believe that your reputation is that you guys are taking time out to pause and reflect before taking action, to look into what it is that is truly meaningful to you before you pursue a career, because you guys are in a space of wanting to choose what and where and who it is that you are to become, and what it is that you wish to create for yourself moving forward, at least into the next 5 years. I don't know, you guys are looking really long term at what it is that you're wanting for yourself, and I think you guys are burning yourself out. I just heard you guys need to eat a little bit better and take better care of yourself, drink more water, sleep better, put yourself in a better schedule, renegotiate with the truth of yourself. You know what I'm saying? This is going to help you to bring balance, because you've been trying to juggle too many things at once, and I don't know, pile number 3, I don't think it's healthy for you. You're going back and forth consistently in your mind in this time that you're supposed to be taking out to reflect and rest and rejuvenate. That requires you taking care of yourself better, and answering to the truth of your needs. I don't mean to be like nagging anything, because hey, it's a little bit hypocritical coming from me. I don't take the best care of myself, and people who know me know that. So I do feel a little bit hypocritical, but it is the truth of the energy that is surrounding us right now as I'm here with you in this reading. So what I am seeing here with the rainbow dragon, if you see me staring off into the distance, I'm just scrying. The true reputation that is going around about you, pile number 3, is that you guys have been taking time out to learn about your ego, learn about the multi-dimensional versions of yourself, learn about your true wants, your true desires, learn about what triggers you, why, how it is that you can better yourself, what it is that you need to release, who it is that you once were, the impressions and the things you created, and the results that came as manifestations of your choices. You're taking accountability, and that is the reputation. You're learning to take accountability so that you can recorrect or redirect the path it is that you kind of manifested for yourself. Pile number 3. I think some people have misjudged you very harshly. Some are saying that you might be addicted to self-pity. Pile number 3. Now, I'm really not judging you here, because if I can understand this energy, I have too been in these places before. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way I can really truly align to these energies and understand them well. So don't ever feel like I'm judging you for this. I highlight these things because they are the truth. And we can only overcome things by confronting the truth. So I think a bit of a reputation that you might have in people who are older than you, they're saying that you guys might have been through a bit of a self-serving time and made some critical errors that had brought about results that you don't really wish to be experiencing. For those who are younger than you, they're saying that you're very colorful in your character, that you are someone who is still evolving, and that you're someone who's learning how to get everything together so that you can independently lead. I don't know what that means. Perhaps you have a family, and you're learning to juggle how all of this family dynamic can work best, or something like that. You're learning to coordinate things better and organize things better. And this is the way people around you who are younger than you are perceiving you. And that is the reputation they hold. But as for people who are older than you, like, I don't know who that might be, people you know who are close to you, yeah, they're holding a little bit of a a harsher judgment, just a little bit. Your reputation and people who are older than you might be saying that you guys are overly indulgent in participating in certain substances, like, I don't know, alcohol, drugs. People who are older than you might have said, like, what you've done to yourself sucks. And I don't know if that is completely accurate for all of you, but I heard that coming from a mother figure. I'm sorry. Perhaps you guys had been coming out of cycles that were very self-defeating, and that is the reputation. You guys have gone through self-realizations by understanding yourself better, and that is the reputation. People are kind of letting go of the past version of you that they perceived. Does that make sense? That's why these things are so, like, direct and seem so heavy. Mainly the people that are around you that are actually concerned with your reputation are people who care about you. Pile number 3, people who really actually care about you. They might have come across quite harsh, quite direct, but I think with time, after focusing in on the things that were said by people who are around you, you have come to realize they weren't lying to you. I think you also had some false people around you that you might have been listening to, people that you know weren't encouraging the best versions of yourself within you, and you were listening to them, and I think now you've come to want better for yourself, which is why you're coming to all the realizations that you have been recently. Okay, let's take a look at what it is that the reputation is about you. Let's get some positive stuff here, yes? And just the truth, pile number 3. Let's open up to the truth so that we can make some real progress here. So the reputation that's going in and around about you is that you are someone who is very multi-talented. You're someone who has the ability to adapt to different surroundings, circumstances, environments, groups of people, situations. You're very perspective, which means that you have a very widened mind or ability to think about things. You think about things very deeply. Some might say you overthink things, and that might be a little bit of a gossiping whisper that's kind of circling your peoples. But I see here, for the most part, with the octopus and hawk totem being here, people are saying now, compared to who it is that you've recognized your past versions of self being, people are saying now that you've gained a higher perspective and kind of advanced your self-understanding, or at least your capacity to intellectualize reason, logic, truth, facts, the reality of the present moment. People are saying that you guys are learning how it is that you can redirect the course of what you found yourself in. And people, there is still a reputation of yourself that you hold, that you're quite self-aware of what it is that you do. Whether you use the self-awareness in self-sabotaging ways or in positive ways, pile number 3, people are saying that you're very self-aware of everything it is that you do, everything it is that you allow around you, and everything it is that you contribute to creating. This is why I think accountability has been the focus for you probably over the past 8-month cycle to 9-month cycle. Accountability has become a huge focus, and this isn't just accountability for yourself. This could be highlighting accountability in areas of life for other people that they need to pay attention to as well. So I see as well that gossip that's going on around about you is that you've become very protective of what is meaningful to you. You become very private in your ways of being. You've probably smallened your group, your circle, the people you associate with, or the people that you call friends. And people see you as being family focused, more family connected or involved. And your family really truly do appreciate that. I think your family involvement has helped you to gain perspective of things that needed to change that were once outdated, and that is a reputation or a gossip that is going around about you. People say that you're very good at listening recently. You've been hearing underlying truths behind things that have not been said. Pile number 3, you are someone who is very flexible in your ways and approach to relating to other people outside of you. Embrace this ability within yourself, because it's going to help you to develop better connections outside of you moving into the next 30 to 60 days. So what's the reputation for pile number 3? One more. Follow your dreams. Nature. The reputation is that you guys are creating a new beginning for yourself, learning what is most meaningful to you, learning about where it is that you feel you belong, the version of yourself you feel is most truthful to you, with the nature card being here. You're learning how to get closer with the truth of who it is that you are, so that you can embrace the true nature of who it is that you are and recorrect any misunderstandings that might have once been, especially associated to you by people outside of you, through perhaps an error or a mistake of how you might have displayed your character in a certain circumstance. Now, I feel here the reputation is that you're going to take independent nature to get to know yourself, get to know what it is that you truly want, get to know where it is that you want to go and where it is that you want to be long term, and you are going to start to follow your dreams and create and take accountability for all that is included in creating this into being, or supporting this possibility into your reality. So those are the messages I have for you today, pile number 3. Thank you so very much for stopping by. I hope this has come of positive service here. I know that was quite direct. It's not a message that I feel as though many people would feel comfortable with receiving, but it is the truth, and it is a reading that would come of service to you when it comes to regeneration and letting go of past versions of self that no longer needs to be associated to who it is that you're evolving into. The next 30 to 60 days is going to be very transformative for you, pile number 3. So I would encourage you guys to get to know yourself some more deeper. Allow your true skill sets and talents and desires to kind of rise to the conscious mind, and work on discovering all about that. And I think that will become your best service to self. So those are the messages I have for you today once again. And with all that being said, until next time, bye. Hello, pile number 4, and welcome to your reading. Thank you guys so much for being here today. If you guys chose the sacred wisdom, this reading is going to be for you. So if you see me staring off into the distance over here, I am just scrying, channeling messages through. So connecting to your guys' energy here, what I feel that you guys believe your reputation is. You guys feel as though your reputation is that you've been through a very long cycle, working very hard to achieve a certain outcome. You guys believe that your reputation would be that you are someone who has developed a lot of compassion, a lot of empathy, a lot of understanding, and a lot of patience. You believe people would hold the reputation of you that you are someone who is deserving of the goodness it is that you have in your life, because you worked really hard to have that goodness and protect that goodness and nurture it into developing something more. Does that make sense? Now, I think that you also feel as though for those who know you very well, or at least the few that know you well, you believe your reputation is that you are someone who is somewhat a master of creating what it is that they wish to have and experience in their life. Some people would see you as someone who is very good at setting up certain outcomes, manifesting, alchemizing, attracting. I also feel as though that you are someone who is going through, I just heard, okay, so some of you guys have gone through a growth spurt and grown in or advanced your ability to understand your emotions more. You're starting to use your emotions as a guide And that is a reputation that you believe that you have, that you see your emotions as informative, as a guide, as a teacher, as advice, as direction, before you see your emotions as something that is otherwise. Okay, so what the truth of your reputation is resembled by the sacred wisdom. People will see you as someone who is very methodical, very slow, very planned, very practical, very intentional. Pile number 4. People see you as someone who understands the full cycle of life, of a practice, of a career, of a profession, of what it takes to evolve and change. People see you as someone who holds very deep wisdom that you hold very close to yourself. And people see you as someone who is very clairvoyant, someone who has the ability to see into events, trends, ways of being, possible outcomes. You bring warnings. You bring specific advice that is very, very necessary, that is very, very beneficial for people around you. Now, people also see you as someone who holds esoteric knowledge, secret knowledge. Perhaps you are very passionate about philosophy. Some of you are professional in astrology, and I just heard photography as well. I don't know why photography is relevant to astrology, but it's there. And I'm also saying the tiger totem. So perhaps you guys could relate to Wiccan, Celtic, I don't know. Some of you might practice in like witchcraft, and I don't have much experience in witchcraft. I am not a witch. I am not a self-proclaimed witch. I am a reader. I am a medium witness. That is all. Because I don't know. Sorry guys, I needed to like clarify that, because I don't know, for a long time people think I'm a witch, and I'm really not. Very far from it. But anyway, yeah, the reputation is that you guys channel divine feminine energy for my feminine embodiment, and for the masculine embodiment, you guys are divine masculine. You guys are connected to the divine realms, higher vibrations, higher consciousness. You embody higher energies, or some might also see you as starseeds. I just heard. Some of you are very telepathic, by the way, and you'll know this because you'll hear people's voices, and I don't mean it in a crazy way. I mean, you'll hear people's thoughts about you, and you'll find yourself thinking the same things as other people do, or finishing people's sentences in the ways that they would have, understanding their direct thought forms because you're aligned to it intuitively or vibrationally. And this is you accepting information from people outside of you, or energies from outside of you that gives you information. So you're very, very well attuned to your clairvoyance and also your claircognizance. You're dominant within your third eye and also your crown chakra, from what I see here. You guys' intention is very pure, and this is you connecting or concentrating your intention towards the entity of truth, the entity of what is. And this makes you someone who is very hard to fool, someone who is very hard to get one over, and you are seen as a very old soul, and this is the reputation that is held about you, pile number 3, that you are very strong, you're very well developed, you have been here before, you have a familiar essence about yourself to the people around you. So people feel naturally inclined toward you, naturally comfortable around you. You'll probably find a lot of people talk about their problems with you the first couple times of them knowing you or associating themselves to you. A lot of people boast about being close to you as well, pile number 3. That is something that you might not know or might know, but it's a lot more people than you might be aware of. So what is the reputation of those who have come to view pile number 3 at this time? What is the reputation and the gossip? about them, that you are very authentic in your self-expression. You're very intentional with how it is that you present yourself, and you're very protective with your truth. People see you as someone who can be very defensive, very guarded with the truth of your heart, because you know how these sorts of things can be corrupted. You're very your truth and your insights are very valuable, and you need to be careful in who you share these sorts of things with, pile number 4. And I think you're aware of these things, which is why you are protective of the truths it is that you hold. You just don't like wasting your energy with people who don't see the true value in what it is that you're saying, because it's a waste of time. You know how truly impactful the wisdom it is that you have, so you're very intentional with who you give it to, because you know who needs it. And you know the damage that can be done with the wisdom it is that you do hold as well, which is also why I feel as though you're defensive over these sorts of insights. You're defensive or protective over the truth. So I feel like you're the types of people who are very good at sticking up for the underdog. I think some of you guys might have actually battled a lot of narcissism in your life. You're very well aware of narcissism. Yeah. Perhaps you've helped to teach people about this, or helped to teach people about what it means to heal the trauma and identify the trauma of these sorts of things. Toxicity in relationships, you know. I just heard it's not as easy as it seems. So I don't know, perhaps a reputation of yours is that you move through life effortlessly, or that you've got things because you were lucky, when that's not true to be the case at all. And I really want to validate the hard work it is that you have done, and will be recognized for in time to come. I hope you know that. It wasn't pointless. You've gained so much from the experiences that you've been through, and I thank you so much for standing so strong throughout the challenges it is that you've faced over your lifetime. And I think a lot of people around you would thank you as well, because you've proved a lot of valuable advice and guidance and gifts and insights and direction to the people around you through the things that you have been through. So we have self-discipline and time out, yeah. Okay, so a reputation that's going around about you right now is that you need to take time out to rest, to identify what it is that you wish to evolve in your personal life. And this is why you might have been quiet for a little bit of time. Yeah, you've been bringing into things that you don't need to take with you into the future that you are creating with yourself. So we have 5 here. We have 5 at the beginning as well, so 5, 5. And we also have a 10 here, so technically 10, 10, which is all about new beginnings, and 5, 5 is about orchestrated change. Life is going to realign with you the more you embody the truth, so of yourself. So the versions of yourself that you have come to discover, you have truly embodied, and this is the reputation that is going on and around about you. You've put in so much work to let go of what has held you back, and you've developed yourself so much, evolved yourself so much, that you deserve all the goodness that is to come in towards you. And people can see this goodness already. It's something that is very clear for everyone to see. You are going to grow so much bigger than what you think in time to come. The point here is you just learning to embody the truth of who it is that you are. And I know I preach that a lot on this channel, but that is the true value of everything. Your authenticity is everything. It is your essence, it is your soul, it is your purpose, and it is the God that is you. You know what I'm saying? It is the source in you. It is what makes you everything. So please, I see that you guys are really going to feel a different sort of love evolve for your life the more you step into the truth of yourself. And that is the reputation that is upheld about you right now, pile number 3. And I really do love that for you. So reputation for pile number 3, for pile number 4. My bad, guys. Moving forward. Intuition and nature. Follow your intuition based on the truth that you know about yourself, your inner essence, the authenticity that you hold close to yourself and have come to discover yourself to be. The more you can honor your intuition moving into the future, the more you're going to manifest all that complements the truth of your mastery, the truth of your inner nature, the truth of your inner essence. Does that make sense? That is where you're going to find the true value of everything. 22. And 74, which reduces down to number 11. You're manifesting everything that you could want. You can have everything. It's all steered and coursed by who it is that you really are. And that's how I know you're an old soul here. That's how I know you're a reincarnated master, because you're here to be exactly yourself. And rip away the conditions or the programming, the substructures you've adopted over time that has infiltrated your ability to express the truth of who it is that you are and be exactly who it is that you are here to be, which is yourself. So I do really like that for you. That is, wow, that is really good. Anyway, pile number 4, thank you so much for stopping by today and listening to this message. I hope this has come in positive service. And with all that being said, until next time, bye. Last but not least, hello, pile number 5, and welcome to your reading. Thank you so very much for stopping by today. Taking a look into your current reputation of change. So you guys believe that your reputation is who it is that you once were, something that you're trying to break outside of, something that people around you have attached you to, versions of yourself that are not truly reflective of who it is that you really are. I think you guys have been underestimated a lot from what I feel here. And sorry if you see me staring off into the distance, I'm scrying. I'm using my mirror to look into the energy here. So I also see a dandelion. Okay, you guys have made wishes prior to now to become who it is that you want to be like. There's a version of yourself you really want to step into, pile number 5. And the thing is, you can wish to become this version of yourself, but the thing is, the power of you is your ability to choose to become this version of yourself. It's let me put it this way, a very old wisdom that was taught by many gurus, many gurus that I was passed on by the energy itself as a medium witness. A lot of the things that we perceive to be problems aren't problems outside of us. They're problems we have built inside of us to help justify the resistance we feel. And this perpetuates a comfort zone for ourselves where we feel safety. But the wisdom in this understanding is that there is no growth found in safety. There is no result found in safety. And the way to grow is through confrontation of what we know that is, so that we can develop what we know we need to then recreate what it is that we do want. This is our ability to step into the mastery of commanding energy, commanding action, commanding focus, concentration, commanding self. You know what I'm saying? And I think this is the reputation you are very quickly adopting, that you are going through very real life realizations and learning what it means to intentionally choose. It's like you've had a clean slate. I just saw the movie Soul. It's on Disney+. If you have the ability, go and check out the movie Soul. This is going to give you a new perception about certain wonders you have had in the past, I believe. And will give you a clear perspective of certain things you have been wondering. And that movie Soul holds answers for you. It's a Disney movie. It's animation. That's all I can really give you. Sorry. Okay, so I also feel here a reputation that you guys truly hold, besides what you believe your reputation is that people see you have been going through a journey of evolving yourself and becoming a new version of yourself. You're kind of in the in-between right now. People are wondering who it is that you're going to choose to be, and that is your reputation. People know that you can go one of two ways, or that you might not truly commit to what it is that you really want for yourself. And this is why you're sitting at a 0.0 field right now, where you're choosing what you want. It's like the in-between, where you're going to choose to use what you know you're good at and hone in on that. Choose what you know your heart truly desires, what is meaningful to you, what holds purpose to you, what holds belonging to you. And choosing that, or choosing a route and a path that does not truly authentically express who it is that you really are, what it is that you're really good at. So what is the reputation and gossip? For those who have come to view pile number 5, what is the reputation and gossip within the communities surrounding people, environments? People saying that you have been growing in self-awareness, with the hyena card being here, that you've been learning more about your resources, your skill sets, and your ability to be resourceful. And people are also talking about your transformation. Learning about what it is that you need to do to create more joy in your life. People are saying that there are great changes that you are going through now, or about to go through, and it's going to take a lot of your endurance, which is why people are saying it's best that you depend on your own self-awareness, knowing your own resources, knowing your own skill sets, and knowing your own talents to help you see yourself through to a place of satisfaction through these changes. Does that make sense? Because that's a message that's coming from the energy mesh of all of these cards here. The thing that is most dominant that I see here is that you are moving through a phase. Can you see the cycles of the moon in the background? You guys are moving through a phase, and that is represented by the butterfly totem as well, because the caterpillar is all about going away into its cocoon and re-evolving itself into a new form, coming out beautiful, using all it is that it had been through in its early life to create the best possible vision for themselves in their later life that they show on display within their colors and patterns on their being. What this is advising that you do within your reputation and the gossip, pile number 5, is that you express yourself and reflect yourself exactly as you are, for who it is that you are and you know yourself to be, and you will find your life come to you much, much, much more easily. You'll feel like there's less threat, you'll feel like there's less stress, less resistance, less challenge, because you're in acceptance of what is you. Does that make sense? And that's what I hear the energy saying here. What is the reputation of pile number 5? That you guys are going towards a very happy ending for yourself that is going to bring you full embodiment of your own personal wellness. We have 777 with personal growth coming out, and spirituality. Your spirituality is your authenticity, and the more truthful you are to yourself, the more you'll tap into your spiritual gifts and abilities, and the more you will understand your gifts and spiritual abilities, because spiritual abilities work alongside of your wellness, and wellness of the psyche is completely unique to the individual, which is why it's so important that self-awareness is the priority. You knowing yourself is the foundation to advancement, growth, and a natural consequence of this is goodness, because you bring out your best versions of self once you know these best versions of yourselves. And this is what you've been stepping into recently, and this is what you're going to come out to communicate. There's a lot of master numbers here with 777, 33, 55, oof, and 2. Interesting. 11, from what I saw in the beginning. Okay. The reputation is that soon you're going to come out into the public, or into your communities, into your groups and settings, and explain to people what it is that you've been through, what it is that you've learned, what it is that you've gained, the wisdom and insight it is that you've attained. And yeah, you're going to be seen as some form of communicator of truth, accuracy, disillusionment. You're going to be seen as someone who has the ability to point out and navigate direction in situations where there is confusion, because you've met yourself so deeply in certain chaotic changes or unexpected changes that you're going to start to see other people go through as well. Not necessarily in the same way, but you're going to see people go through changes that are similar, and they're probably going to sort you out for advice or comfort or some form of security. And this is going to point you to the truth of yourself and what it is that you've been through. You will help and gain self-awareness through, you'll help yourself, and you will gain self-awareness through helping other people who are going through similar things. This is where you're really realizing the true depth of what it is that you have gained through the journey you have been through. And this is a reputation that is being held about you as well within the energy. People outside of you aren't really talking about you because most of them are just waiting to see who it is that you're going to be. But the energy is speaking of you more than the people, the living. What do you want pile number 5 to know before we close? Yeah, you're moving into a future where you are fully embodiment of yourself, which is called self-mastery, pile number 5. That is where you are wanting to move and what you are wanting to manifest and support in your life. With patience coming out, new beginnings, number 1 again. So we have individuality and new beginnings, 111. You manifesting a life that is totally in reflection of yourself. Adventure 55. This is divinely guided. This is supported by your guides. The path that you are being realigned to is in the hands of the divine, pile number 5. The best thing that you can do for yourself is go with the flow and learn about yourself along the way over the next 30 to 40 days in particular. This is a time of gaining self-awareness and rediscovering who it is that you have evolved yourself into, and learning how it is that the energy is now working with you, how it is that life is working with you, where it is that life is guiding you. And that is a reputation that the Spirit is speaking about around you guys. Very soon you're going to realize how present your guides have really been in this situation. And there's going to be a roundup of an understanding. So there's going to be enlightenment that comes to a situation that you've been pondering for quite some time. This is going to happen in the next 20 days in particular. The next 20 days are going to be significant for you when it comes to closing off life lessons, karmic lessons, or what people call healing trauma. So those are the messages I have for you today, pile number 5. Thank you so much for stopping by and spending this time with me. But with all that being said, until next time, bye.